thank you for doing the drive. Winter came early and we just got swamped a couple of weeks ago. So our season, we got it a month early, our busiest season of the year. But again, thank you for having me. I am again the executive director for Milwaukee Homeless Veterans Initiative. I am also a veteran of the United States Army. I enlisted in 1987. And I did stateside. I finished my service in Fort Hood, Texas. I was actually there at the time of the shooting in Killeen, which is right next to the Fort Hood base. And when I returned to civilian life, my first job was at Sinai Samaritan Hospital in the emergency room. I represent an organization that's been in existence now for 11 years. Our agency started with some Vietnam veterans that started doing street outreach. So they were going out with lunches, sleeping bags, bus tickets, just trying to meet those basic needs, and then trying to learn what the benefits are that were available to veterans and getting them transitioned into safe and affordable housing. So as we started to realize that success, the veterans said, hey, you know, you provided us with an apartment or a home that we're very grateful for, but we don't have anything to go into this apartment. And so these same vets started going to their neighbors and friends and collecting furniture and household items. And we went in and started filling up the homes of our vets. That incited our outreach program, our home support program. So we are still doing outreach. We're still going out to the same shelters, on the bridges and parks, to try to locate veterans that will identify. And once we get them into housing, then we go in and furnish them. Everything from the ceiling to the floor, from the front to the back door. A program that we started about 3 years ago is our Milwauking program. That program serves women that have served or are currently serving in the military. We decided that we wanted to meet the needs of women who have a tough time in the military. They don't look at themselves as veterans, and most oftentimes we're not treated as a vet by their male peers. Also, women are most likely to be assaulted or harassed and may choose to get out of the military before their service time is actually ended. In those cases, they can come to our organization and seek services. That may be an option of going to the VA, which is a partner of ours and a very good partner, but women may choose not to go into the VA because it's a male-dominated environment and may remind them of their experiences while they were in the military. So our organization can work with the women, help them transition. If there's counseling that's needed, women that have served in the military are 3 times likely to commit suicide than women who have not. I got a call on Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock with a woman crying on the other end. We had to talk her off of the ledge. And it was because her family does not understand her PTSD. She's a single mom of 4 children, but she served 10 years in the Air Force. So we step in critical times and critical moments, but we also see the successes on the other side of that. We are funded mainly by donations. Foundations have supported us. A lot of families that have family members that have served in the past, and they have willed some of that financial support to our organization. We don't accept government funding, and the main reason for that is if we did, we would have to follow what the Fed's definition is of a veteran. So when I say that, if you have not served 180 days of consecutive duty in the military, you are most likely not going to be eligible for any benefits when you get out. Health care, buying your home, education, nothing. So it doesn't have to be because you were dishonorably discharged. You could be in the reserves, you could be in the National Guard, and serve 15, 16 years, but if you did not get called up for those consecutive days of service, you are not eligible when you get out. There are 60% of the men and women in the state of Wisconsin that have served that fall in that category. So they can't go to the VA, but they can come to us. So we are the safety net for both veterans that are eligible and those that are not. So as long as we don't accept that funding, then we don't have to let someone else dictate who we can serve. Another reason for that, the federal funding, is the definition of someone who is homeless. So if I slept on your couch last night because I didn't have anywhere to go, technically I was not homeless because I had a roof over my head. I would actually have to be in my car, out in the elements, and we get that almost weekly when we've got a veteran or a family living in a car. So again, as long as we don't accept that level of funding, and we appreciate that that funding is available for organizations that need it, but as long as we can depend on the support of the community and private foundations, we can continue to serve any veteran that wants to. There's a lot, now this time of year the sweaters are fine, a lot of coats, outerwear, hats, gloves, scarves. We are serving a lot more children because we are serving a lot more families.
If you don't have the items, we'll take cash as well. I've had people Venmo me money already for this drive, so you can Venmo me money, you can set up an envelope at Kathy's desk once again, and then I'll run to a resale shop and buy the items.
Yes,
And Christy Block, who I just want to introduce, is here. She works for Orange Theory. She's the manager of Orange Theory in Shorewood, and she jumped on it and sent the flyer to all of her clients and athletic, everybody that's at Orange Theory, in addition to anybody who's just signed up to their list. So they're offering it as well, but they're also they're looking for used running shoes. So we're kind of doing an exchange program. So clean out your closets, and I'm just going to let Christy explain what she's doing.
Yeah, so we are doing more of a giving it back program with our members. So we service quite a few members in the North Shore area when they're coming and utilizing our studio, and we want them to be able to come in and donate shoes. Last year we worked with the Greater Milwaukee, Keep Milwaukee Clean. They take shoe donations and they ship them off to other parts of the world that will reuse them. And so we filled 3, maybe 4 boxes last season between our anniversary in April and then over the holiday season. So we brought those shoe boxes back so that we can get dress shoes for people who are trying to have nicer shoes or trying to find a job, shoes for children who need to go to school, anything that we're looking for. And so this year we wanted to do a get back, so giving it back. So the get back program, we partnered with many of our businesses in the area of performance running, Winkies, we have Golden Ray, and just a bunch of other studios or facilities that have given us coupons and gift cards so that as members are donating, we can give them a sleeve basket that they can pick something for. So if they're coming in and donating jackets and hat mittens or shoes, they can grab a $20 gift card to Performance Running as a thank you for helping us support the cause. So we are starting that on Monday all the way through December 12th. So if you do have any clients, things like that, or you in general, if you're not dropping off here, feel free to drop off at our studio as well. And then also you can take a peek into one of our charity services as well. So.